tonight, the Lionesses are here in Leicester at the King Power Stadium for the Nations League. And one thing's for certain, they need to get back to winning ways.
The hardest trip on paper for England. The Dutch can't afford to lose. That's a time we'll give it straight away. Martin scores!
So obvious offside.
Rousseau! 1-1! Janssen scores!
A very, very tough one to take.
Well, that loss to the Netherlands is only the third defeat for Sarina Wiegman and England in over 2 years, but has put a dent in the Lionesses' campaign and potentially Team GB's qualification for the Olympics. Now they face back-to-back games against Belgium in Leicester today and then away in Leuven next Tuesday. Belgium topped the table, however, after beating the Netherlands and drawing with Scotland last month. Whilst England are currently third, Scotland play the Netherlands first away and then home over the next 2 match days. Now, the Nations League has done what it set out to do, which is offer more competitive matches, and England are certainly being tested. Well, it is indeed a pleasure to have your company here tonight, and I'm delighted to be joined by Ian Wright and Karen Carney. Lovely to see you both as always. Look, let's take a moment to reflect on England's opening 2 games to the Nations League. Righty, how do you reflect on what they've done and their performances?
Well, I think, coming back off of the World Cup, having to play a game like a week before the season, after a few weeks off of the back of the World Cup, I thought it was an odd time to play, but I thought it was very lethargic. It was a game that I thought would have been okay if it ended up a draw, but in the end she hit a great shot and we won in the last minute. But I don't look at that as too much to look into. I just think like it's a strange time to play, but at the same time you want to start getting into some rhythm, some flow now, so we want to see what's happening with this game today.
Yeah, certainly so. We want to see a better performance, I'm sure, and I'm sure you will want to as well, Karen. But do we have to factor in that the World Cup final wasn't that long ago?
Yeah, I mean, looking back to what I said, actually, I was probably, given my experience of what it's like going in after a major tournament, how difficult that first camp is. And I think that's what Wright was alluding to there. It was sloppy, it wasn't at our best, but given the circumstances, I think today will be very different. I expect a better performance, better rhythm. We've had more games under our belt, so I expect that performance to go up another level. Okay, well, let's actually see who Sarina Wiegman fields tonight. And there are 3 changes from the side that lost in the Netherlands last month. So in come Chloe Kelly. Niamh Charles makes her 3rd start for England. Kira Walsh is back after a spell with injury. Jess Carter, Katie Zellem and Rachel Daly all dropped to the bench. And speaking of that bench, isn't it great to see Fran Kirby back? She's been out for 9 months due to injury. She's returned to the squad. We might see her feature tonight. And Lauren James is ruled out completely after suffering from concussion in training. So let's get a little bit more information about that team. Katie Shanahan is speaking to the England boss, Sarina Wiegman.
Sarina, what are you hoping to see from her tonight?
Yeah, well, she has showed lately a lot. In the World Cup, she already did good. She didn't play, of course, a lot of games, but we saw her in training too. And I think she had a very good start of the competition on the left side. So that's what we want to see from her.
Rachel Daly and Jess Carter dropped to the bench. What are your reasons for that?
The reason who we're going to play on the back. And the style of play we changed a little bit. So that means other personnel.
Fran Kirby is on the bench after 9 months out. How close was she?
Of course, she has been out for a while too. She's ready. She does good in training, but I think we had only 3 training sessions. But they were very good. So if we need her today, she's ready to go.
Talking of returns, Kira Walsh is also back in the starting lineup. How big a boost is that to have her back?
Yeah, of course we're a team. And we know she has a big role in the team. So it's nice to have her back. She's excited about it. We are also excited about it. So hopefully she can do what she always does and distribute some passes.
And how important is it to get the win tonight to regain momentum within this England team?
Yeah, of course that is important. We want to win the Nations League, and if we want to win it, we have to win this game. But we brought it back, of course, with the reviews we had from Scotland and the Netherlands. So we just want to do a couple of things better than we did last camp. So that's what we're focusing on, and hopefully that will bring us the win.
Thanks so much. Good luck. Thank you.
Now, I know a continuous talking point in our studio for all the England games has been that I know you've wanted to see Serena dip into the squad a bit more, utilise some of her players. She has done tonight with Niamh Charles. How happy are you to see her feature in the starting
I'm
line?
delighted for Niamh Charles. You know, she's been having a good season. You know, three assists in 4 games. You know, somebody that's very progressive. I think she's very creative on that left side, and I'm quite pleased to see she's finally got a chance. I know that Serena likes Rachel Daly as a left back as well, simply because she can get into the box and you know, she can crash the box and score goals. But I just do feel like Niamh Charles is somebody that can, like we've seen for Chelsea, create, get herself in the box and make things happen for her teammates.
Yeah, it's her first start since November of last year. Big night for her.
Yeah, look, I mean, that clip there showed her delivery. Her delivery for Chelsea has been phenomenal, and she's had big responsibility under Emma Hayes. She can play left back, left wing back. So I was surprised she didn't feature more in the World Cup, but she gets a chance tonight.
Yeah.
She does. And one player we might see feature is Fran Kirby. Now, we were lucky enough to have her in the studio with us over the course of the Women's World Cup, but I know she was itching to get back out there. What does Fran Kirby bring to this squad?
Well, we're talking about arguably one of our best number 10s for many, many years. You know, skillfully, the way she can progress the ball, the way she can play, whether we're playing 3 at the back or 4 at the back, the way she's flexible in her tactical side of it, and plus, you know, she's a fantastic player with the ball, without the ball. You know, she's a great goal scorer. You know, it's just, you know what, it's really heartwarming to see her back, you know, with how long she's been out, and I just hope that now she can just have a clear run of it. So great to see her back.
She can do something that I'm not sure, I'm looking at the team sheet, that any other player in England's side can do. She can open things up, like Righty said.
And that's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we noticed it in the World Cup final. It's those top-end games that really make a difference, where you need something world-class and something that nobody else can do, and she can do that. I sometimes think she's too selfless. I'd like her to be a bit more selfish, take it on and have the opportunity herself, but brilliant to have her back in the team.
It is brilliant to have her back in the team, and I think now is also a good moment to talk about a couple of the players that were called up to the squad who won't feature tonight. They're not on the bench, but we've got Kiara Keating and Grace Clinton, 2 players that received the call. They actually missed Serena Wiegmann's call, they were saying, but do you know what? When they did get that call, they were elated. I watched their press conference. It was a big moment for them. Kiara Keating at Man City, she's keeping out Ellie Roebuck. Why do we not see a player like her anymore? Like, why do we not see more of her?
Well, to be honest, it's because, you know, the players that she's trying to keep out, what she's done is she's got her opportunity and she's taken it, because to keep them 2 players out, you know, England goalkeepers out, like at her club, is, you know what I mean, she deserves her chance. So you're just hoping now, with the experience she'll get from being in this squad, she can kick on again from there. But it's great to see. What you want to see is players who are doing well form-wise consistently get the reward of being called up. You want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, she's only conceded 1 in 4 games for City, and that was when City were down to 8 players. So ball distribution has really improved. The shot stopping has been top draw. So like Righty said, I'm glad now we're seeing players, like you said, playing well in the WSL, getting their opportunity, but she's doing so well for Man City and such a young player as well.
Yeah.
And Grace Clinton is another player that's having a good season.
Really pleased for her. You know, she's gone on loan to Spurs from Man United, which is a real shame that she's, again, another player that's had to go out to get some experience, get some game time, because she hasn't made her debut for Man United yet. You've seen the goal that she scored there, and the manager, Spurs manager Robert, Villenham, he said how great she is. She could, future number 10. You know, and I'm pleased to see another player that's, you know, that's taken it upon themselves to leave, go somewhere, and prove and show people their talent. And she's doing it, and rightly again, seeing her get called up, I'm really delighted for her as well.
We certainly all are. Okay, well, this week at St George's Park, 100 young goalkeepers were invited to England's training. All of these girls attend future Lionesses goalkeeping centres. Maybe our next Mary Earps was amongst them. We'll build up after the break as we turn our attention to Belgium. We're back in a moment.
The final game of the Arnold Clark Cup as England face Belgium. Going on and in. Forced into the back post. Oh, spot by the goalkeeper. A brilliant ball and an own goal. They look for a bit and they get it. Ball to screamer. And it passed in. It's another trophy, seemingly unstoppable side.
Well, the last time that these two met, it was indeed a comprehensive win for England in the Arnold Clark Cup. And the England fans here tonight will be hoping to see more of the same. Let's just have a look at who they're up against. As Yves, Belgium manager, he's actually been in charge of this side for 10, was certainly Tessa Woolard. She's their captain, and she's Belgium's all-time top goal scorer on 75 goals. And another one you'll want to keep your eye on is Janice Keiman. Now, she's Belgium's most capped player, but significantly she plays for Leicester City, so she's in familiar ground here at the King Power Stadium, and we'll be keeping our eyes on her as well. But I guess when you look at the team as a whole, Karen, they arrive here with a bit of a spring in their step because they're topping this group at the moment. Have they overachieved a little bit for you?
I think they were quite lucky against the Netherlands at times. But look, I think this is a team that comes in confident. They want to upset the apple cart here. There's a few players, obviously, that you mentioned that are familiar. Detroyer is one I'm keen to look at. Young player, she's playing up next to Vollard. Yeah. But I think she's an exciting talent. But they've got
what
some
makes
quality.
her exciting?
Good in 1v1. She's definitely got an eye for goal. But I really like him. But for me, it will always go back to England. Yeah. If we perform at our best, if we move the ball quickly, don't get drawn into unnecessary battles, we should be totally fine tonight.
I think you can see the way they're set up there with the 5 at the back. We know that how they're going to play. They're going to be very stoic. They're going to stay back. They're going to try and catch us on the counter-attack. And when you look at Vollard, you know, she is a very, very good player. You know what I mean? I think that she's better than the leagues that she's played in. She's played in the Belgium league. She's now in the Dutch league. You know what I mean? She scores lots and lots of goals. You know, she is their main player. And she is somebody that can be dangerous. But I do feel that it's a game that we should be winning. And I think it'd be good to see us winning, playing really slick, quick football to move them about a bit, because I think they're going to be very low block on us, and it's going to be tough to break them down, but we've got to go for it, I think.
Another player that I just mentioned before in the team news was, of course, Janice Keiman. Why should we be watching out for her?
Well, because she plays here at Leicester, so she's familiar in the double SL, but very, very experienced. As you mentioned earlier, came from Lyon to Leicester. I think she's played in 2 out of the 4 games in the double SL. Very versatile, physical, aggressive, and technically good as well. Yeah. But like Righty said, I think tonight they'll drop deep and make it difficult for England, and maybe try and play on that counter-attack with the 2 strikers that we've mentioned.
And actually, Serena mentioned it before, that she doesn't think it's going to be as one-sided as it has been previously, because we've got a place at the Olympics at stake. So do you expect a competitive game tonight?
Well, I'd like to see a competitive game. You know, we're starting to get into it a bit more now. There's something definitely on it. You know what I mean? I think the players that have come in have got points to prove. You know, I thought we were pretty poor for me against the Netherlands, so it's something that we can put that right tonight, and I think this is a good opportunity.
It is indeed. Well, it is now time to reflect and remember, as on Saturday, English football lost one of its greatest ever players, Sir Bobby Charlton. Katie Shanahan looks back on the life of the Manchester United and England legend.
In the tributes paid to Sir Bobby Charlton, one sentiment always shone through. He was the very best of us. A brilliance on the pitch, coupled with decency and a quiet pride off it. A gentleman and a genius who, with 10 others, achieved sporting immortality. Sir Bobby was the last He was also the last Manchester United player who survived the 1958 Munich air disaster. His manager, Sir Matt Busby, suggested that Charlton never got over Munich. He himself spoke of enduring survivor's guilt. If he was playing on behalf of his lost teammates, he honoured them with a World Cup, a Ballon d'Or, a European Cup, 3 league titles, an FA Cup and 49 England goals. 3 of those scored in the summer of '66, a trademark thunderbolt against Mexico.
Charlton, a great shot and a wonderful goal!
Clearing the gloom over the host's stuttering start. His 2 goals against Portugal sent England to the World Cup final.
Bobby and Jack, brothers from a Northumberland mining town, lifting the Jules Rimet trophy, was one of the most remarkable stories of England's finest hour. 2 years later, Charlton returned to Wembley, scoring twice as he led United to the European Cup, the trophy that tragedy had denied the Busby Babes a decade before.
Power, speed and balance were his trademarks, instantly recognisable. It was said that Bobby Charlton were the 2 words of English known the world over. His Manchester United scoring record lasted for 44 years, his England record for 45. Sir Bobby Charlton, son of Ashington, survivor of Munich, boy of 66, legend of Manchester and of England.
What a life, what a legend, what a legacy. And this was earlier on at St George's Park. This was actually on Tuesday. Millie Bright and Serena Wiegmann paying their respect to Sir Bobby Charlton, laying a wreath there. Remembering a player that was not only a legend for his club, but for country, and overall an incredible human being. Ian, what are your memories of Sir Bobby Charlton?
I was very fortunate enough to be able to meet Bobby Charlton and speak to him a few times. Simply because when I was younger, my teacher used to only speak about Jimmy Greaves and Bobby Charlton, and he used to speak about him glowingly, looking up into the sky when he spoke about him. And to meet him and see how much of a gentleman he was, one of our most decorated players in respect of what he's won, and the journey that he's been through as I've grown up, seeing the journey that he's gone through to get to the level that he's got to. You know, it's a real shame. It is a massive loss. He is a proper legend of English football, and one of our greatest ever players.
And I think that the tributes that have been pouring in from around the world just tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner, record breaker, ambassador off the pitch as well. So much what he's done for football, and as rightly said, and we all know, he'll be sadly missed.
He will indeed be sadly missed. And our love and our thoughts from all of us here at ITV and the ITV family are with Sir Bobby's family and friends during this difficult time. Now, England's success in reaching the final of the World Cup started in its defence. And after the break, we hear from one of the key players at the back, Jess Carter. Today, it is exactly 5 years since the tragic helicopter accident here at the King Power Stadium, in which the owner of Leicester City Football Club, Vishai Shrivardhana was killed whilst leaving the stadium after their match against West Ham. Now, yesterday, the Lionesses came to pay tribute here at the stadium, and today many fans also came to pay their respects. Our thoughts are with the family and the club at this really difficult time, as we remember the boss, as you've seen on the statue there, and he's remembered not only for what he did for this club, but also what he did for the community here in Leicester. Now, one of England's defensive stars this summer was Jess Carter, establishing herself as one of the key members of the team. She's rested tonight, but spoke to Katie Shanahan on her journey to becoming a World Cup finalist.
To go to a World Cup would be amazing. It's not something I ever thought would happen.
Playing in the World Cup wasn't a guarantee for Jess Carter. It was a dream that turned into reality, starting 6 of the 7 games, including the World Cup final.
That, I think that was what was the biggest kind of shock from the World Cup for me, was I didn't really prepare myself or tell myself that I would get so much from club to country, from Euros to World Cup, learning a lot about myself as a person, as a player, how to look after myself a bit better. Mainly for me off the pitch it's about managing the load, from training to games to then the rest side of it, to enjoying your life and having fun. Just trying to find that balance is really important. I feel like I've been playing football forever, and it's been a really long process, to be honest. Obviously I was in and out of the squad a few years back as well. I think it's just been about trying to get myself fit enough.
England switched from a back 4 to a back 3 at the World Cup. Did you prefer that?
I did quite like it, yeah. I mean, I quite like playing as a back 3. Personally, it's a formation that I've played quite a lot over my career. But I think it's just really important that we were able to be adaptable, figure out a way that was best for us to play to beat the opposition. The way that the girls adapted to it, some of the girls had never played that formation before, and we didn't exactly have a lot of time to work on it. So it was exciting, and it was just really refreshing to see that we were able to change and to deal with whatever the game was thrown at us.
What was your best game at the World Cup?
My favourite game was Colombia. And I don't know why, I really had fun in that game, coming up with against players like Caicedo that I hadn't heard of before, to be honest. I didn't know much about. I quickly found out about her. I think the first thing she did was turn me inside out and have a shot on goal.
After losing the World Cup final, England suffered another defeat.
We had a game, we had a tournament. It's over now, we move on to the next thing already.
Belgium are top of the group and hungry to qualify for their first major tournament.
How are you going to stop them?
We've definitely got to be on our A game. We've got to do better than what we did last camp against Netherlands and Scotland, that's for sure. And I think that off the ball and on the ball, we've got to give a bit more clinical, do better in possession. We've got to do a lot of things better than we did last camp, to be honest.
Well, we know that she starts on the bench tonight. We might well see her feature, but we wanted to talk about her anyway because, Righty, she's a player that has come a long way. She was given her debut for England back in November 2017 by Phil Neville. So how much has she evolved as a player since then?
So much now. I think that her pace and physical attributes in the World Cup were invaluable to her. She started 6 of the 7 games. Like we heard there, she started the final, and there's not many people who are going past Jess Carter. Sorry, looking at the sprinkler.
We're laughing because we are getting rained on by the sprinklers.
Timing, tackling, he's getting tonight because she was phenomenal in that World Cup for us.
I think there's no one I would trust more in a 1v1 defensively than Jess Carter. But I think the thing that's really kicked her on is I think she came into football, women's football, really late. And she just absolutely rocketed. And that 1v1 defensive stuff was like bread and butter. It was so easy for her, but it was the technical side where she didn't have that early development. Where she's really had to work on that technical side, the tactical side. But in a 1v1, I'd back her all day and every day. And that's why in those games she was just colossal for us because you're just so confident with her at the back.
And I know the team at Chelsea, Emma Hayes and her staff have been really key in helping her evolve as a person as well. You can see the maturity when she speaks.
Yeah, because when you speak to Emma about her training set and what she's trying to do and what she wants to do and how she wants to improve as a player. And then when you look at the attributes that she's got and she works on those, and like you rightly said there, Cass, maybe the technical side of it, again, I thought that's something that maybe people would target in the World Cup. But she came over that as well. She's playing out from the back. We've seen that she's got the pace, the recovery pace, and she's not afraid to pass the ball into areas where it might get intercepted. So everything what Emma said about her, how she's improved, has come to the fore. That's why she's a stalwart for us now.
And actually, a really good example to any youngsters watching that when you are given that opportunity, if you grab it and you take it and you make that place your own, then it's yours.
Yeah, and again, another thing, she's mentally strong, mentally tough, so when you give her that chance, she's not going to shy away from it. So fair play to her and deserved.
Okay, well, Leicester City's women's team have had a great start to the WSL season and they play their matches right here at the King Power Stadium. Now, tonight the Lionesses are in town and they need a win to get their Nations League campaign back on track. The teams will be out straight after this break. Well, that gorgeous little face that you can see on your screens is little Ava. She's a mascot today, and she's the great-granddaughter of Gordon Banks, who was, of course, a Leicester City legend, played nearly 300 games for Leicester, a World Cup winner as well. And little Ava there looks very pleased to be here. Look at that smile on her face. She's very cute, isn't she? Now, she's happy to be here. The fans are happy to be here. We are as well. Righty, what are you expecting then to see from England today? Because we've talked about them having slow starts in the last 2 games.
Well, that's the thing that we've seen to be struggling with. Is starting a lot quicker, moving the ball quicker, getting the ball in the area where we can have shots, get the crowd going a bit, get the goalkeeper working, you know, just mainly hit the target. Just hit the target and let's get going.
I know that we've mentioned in previous shows about England's inability to beat the full press. Are you expecting to see an improvement on that tonight?
To be brutally honest, I just want us to win. Because we do need to win in this group. This is qualification. I know it is for Team GB as well, but we still need to win this game tonight. And I think if we get the performance right, as you mentioned, we should be fine. We should beat any system, whether they press us, whether they block deep. If we do things well, we'll be fine. And we need the result, though, tonight.
We know that they're going to be, it looked like they're going to have a low block. So we're going to need to move the ball around really quickly, in and around that, get players out, get the ball wide, get good crosses in, and have people attacking it and take the chances when they come.
And actually, let's not forget, this is a hugely important game. Belgium top the group, England are third. If they lose this, they're going to put themselves in a really tough position.
Yeah, and Belgium could be their first chance to qualify for a major tournament. So, look, this is going to be a tough game. And I think, right is right, I think they will sit deep, Belgium. And I think it's about us, Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp getting down the sides, Lucy Bronze, Niamh Charles getting forward and attacking from the flanks, I think.
Patience without being too slow. We need to be patient, but at the same time, we need to go quick. Let's start fast with them.
And I think the crowd will certainly help them. They're really up for this tonight, aren't they, Karen? I love the atmosphere.
I hope so. Well, you get that from every England game here. So, well, wherever we go, it's always great. So we need to give a performance for the crowd tonight.
Well, we are all ready. The teams are in the tunnel. So now let's take you to your commentary team. Eni Aluko is alongside Sepp Hutchinson this evening. Hello to you both.
Hello, Seema. Thank you very much. And after their upset in Utrecht, England must not lose in Leicester. Beating unbeaten Belgium in these upcoming meetings will keep Olympic hopes in their own hands. They have comfortably got the better of the Red Flames in recent fixtures, but in this group, Belgium lead the way after already getting the better of the Dutch. And we know what the Dutch did to England. The Lionesses looking to right that wrong in Holland, putting things right on home soil.
We can go, okay.
Serena Wiegman, who was upset by a free decision in that game. But a chance to make up for that with a big win over Belgium, and they've had a few of those in recent times. And quite the welcome at the King Power. Another homecoming really for the World Cup finalists, who are more popular than ever after that historic run to the showpiece down under. But right now, so many of these players have hopes of being in France next year for the Olympics. But Belgium do too, and they're in the right place at the moment to reach the Nations League semi-finals.
England starting with Belgium.
It's England against Belgium, and all the action after this short break. Starts, as does Chelsea's Niamh Charles, for just her 10th cap. And as for Belgium, they stick with 9 of the team that started the draw with Scotland. Centurion Yannis Kaiman is back in the starting lineup, and one of 3 who play in the WSL after recently joining Leicester. Well, Belgium in recent years have struggled against England, which is understandable considering the rankings of both sides, but they sit in a very good position in this group with a win and a draw so far. And Yves Serniels, the long-standing coach of the Red Flames, has taken them to their first major tournament, and they missed out on a couple more as well. Tessa Woolard, the captain, the leader at the front. But how much will she see of the ball this evening? And the referee from Finland, Nina Tavara. And the England players take the knee. Huge applause in the King Power. Well, away we go in a group that's still open for all, with no side on maximum points from their first two, but England need maximum points in these next two fixtures.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing a reaction from England tonight, obviously coming off the back of a defeat against Netherlands. Now 4 games into the WSL season, the players should have got their flow by now, should have been in their rhythm. So I'm excited to see how England bounce back from that defeat.
Look at this run from Niamh Charles, what a run it was as well. And almost wanted to go herself. Belgium scrambling already. Not even played a minute. England come again. Strong start, especially from Niamh Charles.
Very strong start from England, and to be honest, that's been a pattern that we've seen, particularly in the Scotland game. England started very well. Straight entry into the box of the opposition. You see here, just deflects. And Niamh Charles is exactly where she needs to be as the left back on the other side. Just connects with it well, but just can't quite keep it down.
A player who is so versatile. And perhaps that versatility has worked against her from an England point of view, or has it worked for her? Which way are you looking at it?
Well, I think it's obviously competition for places. You know, that left-back position has been held down by Alex Greenwood for a long time, and then obviously Rachel Daly's come into it, and both have been excellent in those positions. So Niamh has had to be patient. Obviously for Chelsea as well, she's played in that position in different formations. And now she's getting her chance. It's just got to show that she's comfortable in that position, particularly in 1v1, Seb, where I think Niamh has looked a little bit shaky in the past, but that's a side of the game she has to improve on. But certainly from an attacking point of view, she's a very strong player.
Lucy Bronze. She's the only Centurion in this England squad. Belgium have several.
You can see straight away, Seb, as the guys in the studio says, Belgium are happy to drop off, let England have the ball in the back. So England are going to have to be patient in this game.
They are getting the shirts forward. Stanway trying to get that cross in that side. Now Woolard, how much support can she get up to her here? Tried to hold it up and gave it away. And Belgium not committing too many bodies to that attack. Their game plan is clear. Russo striding away, plays it across. Hemp. Brilliant work from Hemp. And England might score here. No. Oh. Well, Toon was there following up, but couldn't turn it in.
Big chance from Ella Toon. She's done the right thing. Lauren Hemp, she actually stays honest here. Could have gone down because there's contact there. Gets a great strike in, and Ella Toon follows in. I'm not sure why she didn't go straight through it there with her head. Doesn't quite get the contact that she needs. But again, another great start for England. The forwards getting into the opposition half, putting in chances.
Ella Toon yet to score for Manchester United this season. A great chance to score for England there. Walsh back in that England midfield. Dakami with the foot in. Part of that back five for Belgium. Stanway. Greenwood. Sort of front foot start that Sarina Wiegman will be pleased with. That intensity of play that England need to play at. Now Russo. Seeing the attitude of the England players tonight already, they are determined not to repeat the result in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and we know, Seb, when England need to win, or when England need to get a result, it's about that mentality. It's very, very difficult to stop them. No one really can stop them around the world. So it's about that mentality. It's tapping into the right standards, really, in these games.
Not used to losing, that's for sure. Here's Charles. Hemp. Kira Walsh at the base of that England midfield. Such an important element to this England side. Here's Bronze. Back to Bright. Expect Belgium to be pressing those England centre-halves. Greenwood. Goes long towards Stanway. Almost stole it behind. And Deneva got something on that. Bronze. Kelly. Kelly hangs it. It's a good ball across. And surely no. It's going to be... not going to be for England on that particular occasion, but they are finding room.
Absolutely. You see, it's a great cross from Chloe Kelly. Just couldn't quite get the contact, Lauren Hemp. But the system allows for Alex Greenwood and Millie Bright to really stay high, almost as midfielders, and put the ball in the box. You see already Ella Toone getting some joy, being able to break through into the box.
Free kick given for a foul from Russo. And no foul there for Stanway. And this is probably out to the ball across to Kelly, just over her head. He was stretched there, Belgium. Deloza for Delacau. She gives it away. Already feeling the pressure, Belgium. Side that beat the Dutch by 2-1 in their opening game in this competition. Toone. Bronze into Toone. Ball well. Walsh. Bright, every outfield player in the Belgium half. This may be the situation for most of the game.
Yeah, these are the moments where England just have to be patient, just fight for the Belgium opposition to move.
Bright, passing that ball down the line. We've heard people speak about England losing 2 of their last 3 games, but of course one of those games was a World Cup final, a reminder of how good Team England are, essentially. A tournament that Belgium didn't qualify for. They have made strides, though, in recent years, Belgium. To international force, hence their placing in this Nations League format.
Yeah, that's a point. Belgium have never been to a World Cup or an Olympics, so they've got a lot to play here. You know, they are top of this.
Here's Woolard. Cow is up with her. Strong run as well. Bright seemed to read the situation, but does concede a corner. You see Millie Bright there, confident that she was going to deal with the problem that was developing.
Well, Millie Bright 1v1 is one of the best in the world. So it's really about her positioning in that situation. She's done well there. Obviously, it's led to a corner, but England just need to be careful of that. Just that counter-attack opportunity, that break from the likes of Detroyer and Woolard. They're capable players going forward.
Looking to create something from this set piece. Sippo and Detroyer. Cow all tight together, looking for a decent ball in. And Kelly sliced her clearance. It's going to reach Woolard. Sends it back in again. That's a dangerous ball as well. And Havermont with a header. And Earps, as so often she does for England, saving the day.
Yeah, great save, Mary Earps. Good reaction save. I'm not sure she was expecting that from Havermont. Just a warning sign for England. Yes, good start, bright start. That's what Belgium can be capable of.
Here's Toone. Sippo. Van Havermont with the effort there for Belgium and coming so close.
You just see she gets in front there of Millie Bright. It's a great reaction save there. Actually, she's had to call sort of double save it, Mary Earps there. Didn't get the initial power, and then yeah, it's a big chance for Belgium. But that's what Mary Earps is there for. That's what she's established herself as one of the best in the world.
Justine Van Havermont there with that header. Plays for Everton. We've been with Reading in the WSL. A player with experience playing in England. This very pitch as well. Havermont playing it forward towards Woolard. And Bright. He's one of the first names on the England team sheet. Greenwood, the brilliant World Cup. Greenwood again, the opposite side to where she usually is for now. Bright with a pass through the middle, looking for Hemp and finding her. Couldn't take the touch into her stride there, Lauren Hemp. And Kaiman should clear, instead picks up the free kick. What a pass.
Great pass and great inverted run from Lauren Hemp. Yeah, there's not a lot of space for these players, for the England players, because the Belgian players have reduced the space, so it's important to make infield runs against the block.
Taking place at the same time as this match is the Netherlands against Scotland, the other two teams in this group. Scotland with 1 point, the Netherlands with 3 points. We'll update you with goals from that game if there indeed are goals in that game. The Netherlands are who England face next at Wembley. Here's Toon. Sippo couldn't get near Toon there. Russo moving it on. Charles. Behind for a corner.
Great play again there for Millie Bright. That's twice now she's punched it through and eliminated the Belgian players in midfield to find England forwards and then create crossing opportunities that leads to this corner.
Which will be taken by Chloe Kelly. Very popular figure in this England team. Greeted by huge cheers as she goes across to take this set piece. Belgium with everybody back. England not sending everybody forward. Goes the corner from Kelly, missed by Kaiman. And Woolart, it's to Detroyer. Talented young player for Belgium, tries to find Woolart. But there's Charles in the way. Toon. Kelly. There will be another corner. Keeping Belgium pinned back.
Yeah, well played from Niamh Charles there. Just being in the right position to stop that potential counter-attack from Belgium, which then leads to another opportunity for England to put a set piece into the box. We know how good Chloe Kelly's deliveries are.
We know the setup for England often with Bronze at the back post, or attacking that back post with Millie Bright. Headers of the ball in a line there with Russo. The corner find them. Will with Bright is in there, and England will score. It was Hemp who followed up, and the Lionesses with an early lead and seemingly back in the groove.
Yeah, it was coming set from repeated corners. Great delivery from Chloe Kelly. And brilliant contact from Millie Bright, who we know is one of the best in the air in the world. And then Lauren Hemp follows up, does her job as a forward from a corner. Just see here, Millie Bright out-muscles her opponent. Great contact. And then Lauren Hemp does what she should do, follow up. A great start from England.
15th England goal for Lauren Hemp, one of the best players for England at the World Cup. She scores to give England this early advantage, and Sarina Wiegman delighted.
She enjoyed that one.
Absolutely, she knew tonight you really need to get back to winning ways in a group as tight as this.
Yeah, the reaction and the attitude to start well is important, because we know England, when they're on their move, when they've got momentum, are difficult to stop.
Here's Woolart, almost sliding it through to Detroyer. Will pick it up and get it to Delacau. Not quite. Kaiman. Picking up. Now Belgium, they have found England difficult to cope with in these opening 15 minutes. They have shown glimpses of what they can offer on the attack, and that pass from Detroyer had found a way through. Woolart was away.
I think we've seen in previous games, certainly against Scotland, that England can start well, and the issue then is about making sure that's consistent throughout the game, not dropping off, keeping those standards high.
Bright with the ball out to Kelly. Stanway. Millie Bright. Greenwood. Looking to slide the pass through. It was a good run from Toon. Troyer clearing it away. They do have midfield runners, Belgium, who will try to get up and support Woolart.
Yeah, but in that circumstance, Detroit as an attacking player playing as a right back. And that's what you want really from England's perspective. You want to pin back the players that will hurt you at the other side of the ball. England have done that successfully so far.
Bright pass into Stanway, quick feet from Georgia Stanway. Walsh, and that ball moving. Greenwood. There seem to be a lot of options for the player on the ball. Bronze. Easily inside Delacau. And Bronze back to Walsh. Greenwood. Time to clip that ball in towards Bronze. It's just going to run behind for a goalkeeper. So, how often do we see Lucy Bronze in the penalty area?
That's what she is. She's an attacking fullback. That is the position that she likes to get when the ball's on the other side. But you see straight away, Seb, how comfortable this team is when Keira Walsh comes back into the team. Obviously, she missed the Netherlands game. Just that availability of just recycling the ball, keeping it patient, being that engine in midfield.
It's going to be a free kick. And Sipo, who is the enforcer in that Belgian midfield. Too much force.
Yeah, Masipo, good player, doesn't mind getting stuck in.
Over 50 caps. There's a fair amount of experience in this Belgium team and some young players as well, making their name. But at the moment, it's England in charge. And now Bronze. Draw out that defence. Bright with the switch. She does so often. And Walsh. To Charles. England reverting back to seemingly the 4-3-3 as it were. And Bright looking for Kelly. Just too much on it.
Just on that, you think that Sarina Wiegman has the availability to actually change the system, which is a positive thing, and it looks like she's done that today to fit the likes of Niamh Charles in. So she has a chance at left back.
And get Kelly and Hemp in the team.
Exactly. With that flexibility, that adaptability and the options, it seems like the players are able to flex very quickly.
Bronze. Walsh. Now Toon. Walsh. This is good football from England as Charles gets it into Hemp. Keeping Belgium moving here. Almost found Charles, and then Toon shot. Straight at the goalkeeper in the end, but they're looking lively.
Very lively, and it could be a long half for Belgium if they don't figure out how to get more pressure on the likes of Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood, who, as I said, they're playing as midfielders. They're so high up in the play. Putting a lot of pressure on the Belgian midfield.
Now Stanway. Sipo trying to get near her, but she's having to get through a lot of work in that midfield. Kelly. Called for by Walsh. Bronze. Toon, space for Toon, looking to get it back. And Van Havermaet going to ground. Kelly hangs it towards Hemp and Russo. And he does clear for Belgium, but he'll keep coming back at the moment.
See, I think this is the moment where Belgium can afford to get higher up the pitch. Tessa Woolak, you see, is focused on Keira Walsh, but actually can she get higher and put pressure on Millie Bright? Because there's just the waves and waves of attack at this moment in time.
I feel like Woolak can mark Walsh all she wants because Greenwood and Bright are good passes of the ball to get England going. Hemp. It's not like Keira Walsh is not used to being marked.
Well, there's one thing to try and mark her, and there's another thing to do it successfully, because she is, her spatial intelligence is world leading.
That support. Here's Toon. And him. It's all England. Opening 20 minutes in Leicester. That's the ball, looking for two, just runs out of play. So it gives me a chance to let you know that the Netherlands have taken the lead against Scotland. Jelle van der Donk with the goal, an early goal for the Dutch.
Shows how competitive this group is. You know, it's the entire point of the Nations League was competitive games for women's football, women's international football. And that's what we're getting in this group.
The Netherlands and England both on 6 points as it stands. The Netherlands top virtue of the fact that they beat England. Before the game was played in this group, the expectation was that it would be England and the Netherlands putting it out for top spot that qualifies you for the semi-finals. And also, there's a very strong chance of qualifying you for the Olympics as well. To Bronze. As that ball in, might still break for Bronze. It's Kelly. Bright. Kelly. Greenwood. And it's all England, that's all you can say. Repeating it, it's a very strong start. It's on the Wiegman's side.
You just see there the pressure from Delacour on Alex Greenwood forces England back. At some point you have to try and engage the centre-halves who have the ball and stop the waves of attacks at source for Belgium. At the moment they're quite passive.
England finding space. Bronze is caught late. Very happy for play to carry on. And England happy as well. Greenwood will have a shot from range, and Evran pushes it away. There was a clear example of not pressing the centre-backs, especially ones with the technical quality of Alex Greenwood.
Exactly, I do wonder whether Sir Niels at some point the manager will recognise that, because it could be a very long half for Belgium if they're just going to sit in their positions.
Might have been the first time where Willock went out to meet Bright. And Belgium won the ball back and almost were able to break, but it hasn't lasted too long, those sort of situations. They are missing Sari Kays tonight. Important centre-half for them in that back line. Ball forward to Woolard, an excellent control on the forward, and the support is arriving. Misipo is one of those. It might drop to Misipo, it does. The Troyer, Walsh's clearance isn't the best. And Hellier with the effort in the end.
Yeah, another shot on goal from Belgium, which comes from a direct ball, rather than trying to play it through the thirds. We've seen when Belgium have gone forward, it's led to a chance.
And now they are behind. They have to be braver at some point. They do have the tools to hurt England. They do have talented players who cause England a problem. An England side who've struggled for clean sheets recently, for being such a strong part of the game. The problem here for Misipo.
Yeah, it looks like a quite a strong elbow from Alex Greenwood on Misipo, but Misipo's engaging with her. You know, you might get a sore nose from doing it, but
I think Greenwood had two goes there.
It's an attempt to actually engage and put some pressure on Alex Greenwood and Millie Bright.
But they did have something, an opportunity here, and Misipo was involved.
Yeah, as I said, it's come from a direct ball. Misipo gets the first contact, and it leads to a strike. And then Alex Greenwood, one of the best left feet in the world. Another great strike.
And Bright and Greenwood dictating England's play at the moment. Kelly. Stanway. Bright. In allowed time. Walsh. Kelly. And have that advantage. They're in no rush here. And Kelly will settle for the corner and does just that. He wants to take it quickly. I don't think Bronze was on the same wavelength. Why rush it anyway? So effective from just the ball into the box.
Oh, I disagree. Lucy Bronze 1v1, short corner, could have gone for it.
Might get on the end of this one. As Bright is in there again, Russo and Hemp. Fantastic players in the air, England. You can see Kira Walsh lining up there as well. Yet to score for England. In goes the corner, and again, there's Russo that time. First to it, it's going to be another corner.
Yeah, another great delivery. Just put it in the area where we've got some great attackers, great headers of the ball.
A great delivery. It's Greenwood. Goes the corner towards that back post. It was Bronze who went up. Toon, and got that one all wrong. Mandela Toon, but Belgium, I thought they were going to struggle to stop that from going behind, but it does indeed. And Kaiman, who was with this Belgium side, who can play in multi-position at the moment, almost one of the three centre-halves. Ducani, who was previously in the team as a striker, is playing centre-back. Now Woolard finds room in the channel. And England are stretched here. Woolard has Van Havermaet with her. Woolard might go herself. Ball across! I thought it might just squirm in at the back post. It will be a Belgium corner.
It's another fantastic direct ball from Deleuze from the back. She recognises the space in behind on Millie Bright. And Woolard makes that experienced run that she knows how to make. It's good from Belgium. Direct play. And this is just takes a slight deflection from Millie Bright, but good play from Belgium. Direct, recognising the space in behind, it leads to a corner.
For the cheeks there for Mary Earps. Great angle that. England look to try and defend this corner. Sipo in there, Van Havermaet, who had a chance from the last time they sent a ball into the penalty area. And Misipo at the back post, snatched at the chance. In the end, goal kick.
Have to say, England don't look as comfortable from defensive set pieces as they do from attacking. There's a lot of bodies in there, going for the same ball. Masipa just can't quite get the contact. But the defensive setup doesn't look as organised as the attacking setup.
Well, lots of the matches in Group A in the Nations League took place slightly earlier this evening. And Wales losing 5-1 in Germany. It is a tough group for Wales. Denmark and Iceland in that group as well. Denmark currently topping the group ahead of Germany. There's Greenwood. Bright, it forward to Russo, got it back to Walsh. Walsh looking to keep England moving that ball quickly. Always looking to get it back to Walsh when they need to start the move again.
Yeah, it's well played in particular there from Alessia Russo, who had to come short and just recycle the ball. This interchange of positions between Georgia Stanway and Alessia Russo. It's important when you're playing against a block with loads of bodies in front of you.
Greenwood. It's a reminder of how well that Spain played in that World Cup final. The way they restricted England in that World Cup final. They had control over the game in so many areas. Against an England side who do like to control the game. Here's Bronze. I think she'd given up on that. Bright. Charles nods it on. It's brilliant play for England. And Russo missed it. Bronze. So close to a second there. Stanway. And Bright. Hemp.
Yeah, another great position taken up by Niamh Charles on the opposite side. Great header to put it into the box, and Alessia Russo just don't quite know what happened there. Didn't get the contact that she needed to tap the ball in.
Might create another chance here though, too. Kelly. Belgium have so many bodies back. It is, of course, is going to make it tricky for England to create chances, but they have created chances in this first half.
Certainly, and they look dangerous from set pieces. The setup is very good. Two attackers disturbing the goalkeeper, and then obviously from the edge of the box you've got strong headers like Millie Bright coming in, which obviously led to the first goal.
Do have players who can shoot from range outside the box as well if it comes to that. We've seen a shot from Greenwood. That's the pass from Greenwood into Russo. So good at making that ball stick. Sipo. It goes, and Everard is it long. Bright is the first to it. Sipo again. Delacau. Troyer. Almost got that pass in behind. Bright player. Greenwood looking long for Hemp, who's always such a willing runner. Lauren Hemp with Russo in the middle. Ducani gets it away.
It's smart play from Alex Greenwood there, because Deneve on the right-hand side for Belgium, bombing forward. She left a big space in behind, and then Alex Greenwood immediately put it into that space to exploit it. When Belgium are brave enough to go forward, that's when England can look at those gaps at the left.
Bronze. Walsh. Pass wrong for once. Willard. Walsh going in again. Havermack comes away with it. She was looking for that ball again into the channel. You can see what they want to do, Belgium. You know, so many teams so often when they play England, they're looking for those spaces behind the fullbacks. Here's Bright. Greenwood. Going to stand out really in this first half for England, since so much of the ball. And some fabulous passes as well.
Yeah,
Bright.
I'm sure the statistics at the end of the half will show most touches from Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood.
Kelly sends it in. Quick to Toon. So there's Woolard. Havermack. This is better from Belgium. Delacau. He's a strong runner from midfield. Played full back against Scotland. Woolard tries to work that ball out to that side. Felt she was fouled, and the referee does eventually give her the free kick.
Yeah, right decision. She did get a nudge there. And obviously she was trying to look for the diagonal ball across. I don't think Lucy Bronze actually needs to foul her there.
We'll take that. Half an hour played. It's been very much all England, but Belgium in touch on the score sheet. And Hellier. Hemp is back there. We'll start once more. Bronze. Esme Brooks has given the Netherlands a touch. So in a commanding position as Jonker's team. Shock defeat against Belgium. Last minute winner for the Belgians. They've responded well, seemingly, the Netherlands. Like they will be England's main rivals in this group. Bright. Greenwood. Charles inside. Toon ran into trouble in the end. Eyes lit up, I think. Charles can get past Kaiman, who timed the tackle perfectly.
Yeah, strong performance in this half so far from Niamh Charles. Enjoying her performance, doing everything that she needs to do right, both from a defensive standpoint and certainly from an attacking standpoint. Being in the right position when Lucy Bronze has the ball on the other side as well. It's good to see because, as we said, it's such a competitive team to get into. When you get your chance, you've got to put in a stellar performance.
Has been part of so many squads for Sarina Wiegman, but as we said at the start, only her 10th cap. Walsh. Greenwood. 2 out to Chuck, who keeps it alive. Delicau runs into Bronze. Stanway. Russo. Now Charles. And Kaiman clears.
That's where Niamh Charles has to use the right foot. I think it opened up there for a shot for her. But again, great diagonal ball from Lucy Bronze. Into a great run to Lauren Hemp, an infield run. She's becoming very, very good at.
And Charles forward to Russo. Stanway. Walsh. Millie Bright, does she fancy a shot? Takes a deflection. It goes behind for a corner. I thought that...
Playing pretty much as a midfielder, why not? Have a go. Just so high up in the play. It's opened up for us, got time to shoot, why not? And we know Millie Bright can connect with the ball so well.
Also know she's played midfield in her career.
Yes, I remember those days at Chelsea. Very good midfielder, actually.
Showcasing some of that tonight. Greenwood's corner. Brilliant delivery. And Belgium do get it away. Delivery tonight from those corner kicks. It's caused Belgium a lot of problems. Millie Bright in the wide area. And on her left foot as well. A bit of a wry smile from Millie Bright.
She's human.
Absolutely. Sarina Wiegman will be happy with the fact that England are winning. They want more, of course, and this was the goal that gave them the lead.
Yeah, good connection from Millie Bright, first and foremost. Unlucky not to score, and then Lauren Hemp just follows up with quite a comfortable tap-in. But we've looked really, really threatening from set pieces. And it's about winning the game. You know, the guys before in the studio said it's about winning the game today. It's an important result coming off the back of the Netherlands loss. So whether it's through a set piece, whether it's through, you know, crosses, wide areas, doesn't really matter.
Knowing that they face Belgium again only next week. Brilliant persistence. Stanway wants that pass inside. Does get it eventually, but there's plenty of red shirts, but Stanway does very well. Can't quite get the cross in. Because Stanway, a player whose place in the team is never in doubt. That role that she plays in the team is another one of, you might call one of the irreplaceable roles in this side. There's a few of them, though.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely made herself irreplaceable. And certainly Georgia Stanway has that versatility where, if needed, she can drop down and play as a defensive midfielder next to Kira Walsh or whoever plays in that position as well. We've seen that during the World Cup, being utilised as that deeper player.
No doubt that confidence boost moving to Bayern Munich and knowing you're in that settled position. Here's Woolart, though. The Bright is stretched. Woolart, eyes looking towards the goal, but look at Millie Bright getting back and getting the block in.
Tackles that almost feel like a goal to Millie. You know, Tessa Woolart gets ahead of her, but Millie's got that pace and that positioning to stop it from being a big threat.
I dared to say she was stretched. Dealt with it comfortably in the end. Here's Delicau. That comes off Walsh for a corner. And this is where, again, Belgium will be able to create something against this England side. They have had efforts on goal in this game, even though England have dominated the ball. And Havermat is waiting. Tall figure just outside the 6-yard box now. Can Woolard find her again? And from Woolard towards Van Havermaet. She was close to that one as well. There's a just push it away from goal there. England did well.
Yeah, Van Havermaet is definitely the target, isn't she, on these set pieces? Big, strong presence in there, tall presence.
Van Havermaet did speak about how the level rose when she moved to the WSL, how difficult a league it was, but she's been there for a few seasons now. She was more signed by Everton. And as we've seen tonight, a threat from set pieces. But a player who has also had to fill in centre-half at times for Belgium. Ball from him. Now Charles loves to drive forward. Saw the space to do just that. Kelly. They're both fullbacks for England, getting so high up the pitch. Maybe again Belgium waiting for that moment that they can then play that ball into the channel. Not enough of those sort of occasions for them though, when they have found themselves in those areas. Lee Bright's dealt with it. Here's Walsh. Bright again. With Charles. Kelly might get this back. She does. Brilliant pass inside as well. Now commitment to getting to that ball from Chloe Kelly.
Yeah,
to see.
She showed her pace there, Seb. Didn't quite look like she was favoured to get that ball from that little pass from Ella Toon, but you just sees that acceleration there, gets in there. And Leslie Russo can't quite direct it in the way she wanted, but good pace from Chloe Kelly.
Kelly and Hemp, the Manchester City players on the wings for England, often swapping. Amazing how many times it happens. Everard. On loan from Chelsea at Brighton. A few efforts on her goal tonight. With 4 efforts on target for 9 attempts. 75% of the possession in this first half as well. But just 1-0 as we close in on half-time. And that's probably why Serena won't be totally happy with the situation, because Yves Sanil's side are still in range.
Yeah, I definitely think there's another level, another gear up for England that they can look at in the second half.
And we see any of those substitutes in the second half. Maybe not Kiara Keating, teenage goalkeeper, even though she's had a fine season.
Well, it's a pretty...
Managers tend not to change goalkeepers, do they? Some of them.
Well, it's a pretty strong bench there that we see. Obviously, Fran Kirby on her return. I'm sure she will be used in the second half at some point. It'll be good to see Jess Park come in as well. We've talked about players being given the opportunity to show what they can do. Grace Clinton as well, another player who's had her first call-up, performed well in the under-23s, done well on loan at Spurs. Interested to see if she'll come on.
In the meantime, though, England have a free kick to defend. Aloza and Woolard over it. It will be Woolard. Tosses that ball forward. Header from Greenwood. Havermaet keeping it alive. Dakani might come back to her again. And that will go behind for a corner. Bronze had to intervene.
A little bit scrappy from England there. Not really getting the right level of contact, and leads to the ball just falling to Dakani.
Said Dakani has been a striker for Belgium. There's a threat from set pieces as well, but when they look for Van Havermaet, has caused issues for England. Dakani at that near post. Oh, that was quite the attempt as well.
Additional time at the end of this first half is 1 minute.
Yeah, even though Van Havermaet is the target, that's a more difficult ball to deal with, that front post. driven ball. Thankfully didn't cause too many problems for England.
Mary Epps just said, get it up the other end. There's only about 30 more seconds to go in this half. Let's just get to half-time in the lead. Move on from there. It's been England's first half. But Belgium reminded that they can be a threat. Scored in the first 2 games in this group. Kynan for De Troyer. He's not going to get to that. She's been rather quiet tonight, a 20-year-old. But not a quiet first half from England, who are in front, thanks to Lauren Hemp's goal following up the header from Millie Bright. They've dominated possession, they've had more of the chances, but at half-time, just the 1-goal lead for England. Well, away we go in a group that's still open for all. Brilliant work from him, and England might score here. No. Saving the day. Bright is in there, and England will score. It was Hemp who followed up.
Welcome back to the King Power Stadium here in Leicester, where I can imagine there are a lot of happy Lionesses fans watching from home, because not only are England ahead at half-time, Karen, it's been quite a convincing performance.
Yeah, it's they're moving the ball quicker, it's more controlled at times. I've really enjoyed it. It looks like the players are enjoying it and got their energy back.
Talk us through the goal, Righty.
Well, it was, Millie Bright, not being picked up, just too powerful. She came from the edge, not really picked up by anybody, and then, obviously the ball's come off the post, and then Lauren Hemp's there to pick it up. But you could see her there, nothing's stopping her. No one's picked her up initially. She's got a clear run. Once she's got into that situation, the ball's fantastic. And then, obviously Lauren Hemp can't miss from there. But it's been a good start, and what we've seen is that when England do start quickly, even though they are right back in that low block, we're very difficult to deal with when we're playing at a decent pace.
And Millie Bright, of course, pivotal in the goal, and also throughout this opening half. Talk to us about her movement and why you've enjoyed watching her. Yeah, like Righty just said, that Belgium are playing so deep, and you're seeing here that Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood have got a lot of time on the ball, and what I like about it is those penetrating passes. Yeah. That one didn't come off, and again you've seen both ends. She's also been really good in the counter-attack, stopping Belgium at times, but this is now where she's been more on the ball. Look how deep Belgium are dropped, and I like this because she's not shying away from playing the simple pass. It's that difficult pass, it's the one breaking lines, and that's the one that I really like, because that's where it hurts the opposition. Again, yeah. Good movement, good positions from Ella Toon in that time, and again, Righty spoke about the goal, but she goes in, runs out, and for me, it's just about who wants it the most, and this is Millie Bright. And then defensively, Tessa Vullart's been probably their most influential player. She sees Millie Bright and thinks, no, I'm going to take the shot because I'm not going to beat her in a 1v1. But in and out of possessions, she's been really impressive tonight, Millie. When you play against a defence low block like that, doing that, and you've got the bodies obviously at the back and in front, you have to have people who are brave enough, like we've got with Greenwood and Millie Bright, who will pass the ball into lines. I think Leslie Russo has been doing very well holding up. Just need more runners off of her when she's linking the play, that's all. So lots of positives for England to build on in the second half and to take from this opening 45 minutes. What about for Belgium? Because they've had a couple of chances, haven't they, Righty? Yeah, they have, and we know how they're going to play. When they're playing so deeply, they're going to try and get on a counter-attack. This was come from a counter-attack, this one, and this is a very good save from Mary Earps. Really, she does well there to make the save. It's a good header. It's a fantastic header. And she dealt with it very well. But this is the worry. When they get that kind of time and space on it, well, that's a very, very willing runner. And like now, we're on the back foot now, and this was really lucky. It could have easily deflected in, but in the end, it went out for a corner. But we've got to be careful in their transition, because that is exactly how they're trying to get something off of us. Yeah, and we know this game far too well to know that 1-0 is never a safe scoreline. And Belgium have had a couple of chances. Yeah, and they've been a threat from set pieces. I think they've had 4 or 5 opportunities where Vullart's put the ball into the box, and they've caused a bit of a chaos with Van Havermaet in there as a threat target player. So it's something that we need to be mindful of. OK. Well, it's now time for us to take a break, after which we'll bring you the second half, where currently it's celebrations all round for England because they are 1-0 up. They've gone up to second in the table if the scoreline stays this way, but it's all to do still in the second half, which is coming up straight after this break. Hello and welcome back, where England are currently 1-0 up against Belgium in their Nations League match. Here's the current state of play in the league table. So Netherlands are playing Scotland as we speak. They're 2-0 up. They top the table on goal difference. If England were to win, and things was to stay this way, then they would be level on points, second in the table. Belgium in third and Scotland in fourth. And of course, England will play Belgium again, and that's in Leuven in a few days' time. You can catch that match live on ITV4 and ITVX. That's from 6:45 p.m. A really important match for them. And of course, there is more football coming your way. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock on ITV4 and ITVX, you can watch the English Football League highlights, and that's from 12:10. So we're gearing up for the second half here in Leicester. Do you think, Righty, we will get to see some of those players that you'd like to see Sarina Wiegman utilise?
Yeah, obviously, I'd love to see Fran Kirby. You know, she's been out for a long time. We know what she means to the squad, and I'm sure the fans will be glad to see her. And also maybe someone like a Grace Clinton. I'd love to see her, you know, taking the chance and going out on loan to get football. Now she's got herself into the England squad. I'd love to see her get 15, 20 minutes to have a taste.
I think the fans would like to see that too, don't you?
Yeah, but I agree, right? I'd love to see some changes, but I think at 1-0 and given the nature of the game where we need to get a result, and knowing Sarina Wiegman, I don't think she'll make too many changes. But again, I wouldn't mind seeing May Letizia, Lotte Wubben-Moy. Defensively, I think they've done well in the league so far. So again, playing well in the league, you might deserve your chance. So, but I don't think she'll make the changes.
Yeah, and we can't underestimate what this Belgium side can do. They could hurt us in the second half.
But they could, and I think that they'll be very well aware of that, the England players, and I'm sure they'll be tighter on certain players, especially with the passing, and that, and make sure that they're not being sloppy on it, because we could get punished. They've got enough pace, they've got enough guile to be able to do that, and they've got the set-piece threat as well. So we've got to be careful. We've got to see this out.
That said, Sarina Wiegman's side have started full of confidence. It's been really good to see this performance tonight.
I like their in possession. They've moved the ball quickly. They've had tidy combinations. But like I said, it's still 1-0. Another early goal, make it 2-0 and really settle the nerves and, you know, give the crowd something to see again. But they're very much still in this game, Belgium, and fighting for top spot.
Well, it was a bright start for England in that first half. Will we see the same in the second half? Well, it's time to take you there. Back to our commentators, Eni Aluko and Seb Hutchinson.
Belgium have made one change. Sarah Vernants is on for Jodi van Helje. Perhaps we'll see if Vernants will try and get forward a bit more on that right-hand side. But she's having to drop straight back into Mark II. So maybe quite a change in shape yet for Belgium, but they'll just want to stay in this game. Keep it 1-0.
Yeah, exactly. It's 1-0, and to that extent, they'll see that they've got a chance. Obviously, we saw a late goal against England with the Netherlands, so Belgium will take hope from that and keep going. But it doesn't look like they've changed much shape already, with Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood still holding the same high positions that they did.
And Hemp in behind here, beyond Vernants, does get back eventually to force the corner. Straight into defensive action for the substitute.
Yeah, another corner. We had 5 in the first half. Lots of set-piece action. Great ball from Alex Greenwood. Just that slight angle into Lauren Hemp, which leads to another set-piece opportunity.
Here goes the corner from Kelly. Still trying to force the issue again. Going to come back out to Kelly. So once more, and Bright attacked it. And it just took a touch to take it over.
Millie Bright again involved. She's always going to be
forward with the corner. Goes, Bronze is free, and puts it wide. Well, that's as free as you can be in the penalty area from a corner.
Yeah, big chance there, Seb, from Lucy Bronze. Absolutely free. You see great movement in the box there. Just doesn't really catch it and direct it. She just glances it. But that's a big chance. And as I said, England have looked very, very threatening from set pieces, whether that's Millie Bright or Lucy Bronze.
So many options for England from those corners to aim for. To have one free at some point. Here's Charles. There's Walsh. forward to bronze. Hemp. Interesting who England turn to. They do their substitutes bench. With Frank Kirby returning, will we see her tonight? Greenwood looking for Hemp. Ava getting that away. Here's Russo. And Russo, good play to turn away. Russo driving on, going on. Ava with the interception once more.
It's well played from Alessia Russo, doing some good work outside the box there. The hold-up play in the first half was very, very good, just to keep that ball recycling with England as they're trying to find a gap to penetrate Belgium.
Sippo was trying to get forward, didn't have the option, turned back and just eased off the ball by Bronze. That's been the main problem for Belgium. Here's Toon, and Toon, not sure what Toon was going for there. It was an ambitious attempt.
A great run, great initial run. You see there that third player run that staggers it behind Alessia Russo, but I think she had more time there than she probably thought.
Thinking back to that stunning goal against Australia in the World Cup semi-final. Certainly caught that a lot better than that one.
Yeah, Elia Toon knows how to score in big games. Semi-final of the World Cup, obviously final of the European Championships last year. Special memories. And
in the Finalissima as well. Two of the trophies England have won. Here at Wembley, for which tickets are still on sale. Here's Kelly. And Kelly, brilliant from Kelly. Shot blocked and then fired over by Russo. The goal was there for her.
Yeah, fantastic play. Winarts can't touch her because she gets across her. Just doesn't quite get the connection, Alessia Russo, to keep it down. But smart play from Chloe Kelly initially.
Also 3 goals for Arsenal so far this season, 2 of which were in that ultimately doomed qualification match for the Champions League against Paris. Frustrating experience for Arsenal. Likewise Manchester United going out qualification stages as well. Competition. Here's Bronze. Walsh, expected the Barcelona side favourites for the Champions League. The clears. Woolard will chase after that, but Bright will get there first. Greenwood.
Just see off the ball there, Elia Toon making a lot of great runs in behind the Belgium defence, which even if she doesn't get the ball, it creates space in midfield for England.
It's felt like Masipo's got through so much work in this game, just chasing shadows a lot of the time. There's so many England players to cover.
Yeah, she's a contact player. She's a player that likes to get stuck in, break up the play. But obviously didn't quite get it right there. It's led to another set piece for England.
So England now, it's another set piece to test over if they can. Greenwood sends it forwards and just too much on it in the end. Stanway was stretching. Ultimately, England getting on at the end of another set piece.
Yeah, great delivery from Alex Greenwood, and just too much on it for Georgia Stanway to connect with. Maybe she could have held back a little bit there, so she's coming onto the ball rather than stretching for it.
It's dominant England performance so far. Has only got 1 goal. Here's Stanway. Hemp. It's past Deloza. Hemp. Strong run. A break to Walsh. Bronze. They send it in first time. Back it goes to Toon. Bright. Just wouldn't reach Bright quickly enough. Toon. Bronze. We do have players popping up everywhere. Belgium working hard to stay compact if they can. And Havermat, these sort of areas where Belgium have struggled really. But Van Havermat almost got that one through to Woolard. Hemp inside to Toon. Couldn't find Russo. And play gets a bit broken like this though. It's a situation England want to try and force if they can at times. Will Belgium get organised again? Here's Kaiman. Sipo. Deneva. Good ball to De Troyer. De Troyer allowed to turn. Woolard. De Troyer. Bit of possession for Belgium. They haven't had spells like this too often in this match.
Yeah, they're very capable of finding the likes of De Troyer in those spaces in between England's midfield and back line. They are a possession team when they're given the chance to.
You've been impressed by Deloza tonight. Defender.
Yeah, I think she's recognised in the moments in the first half when to go direct, and it's led to chances for Belgium. Certainly a good connection between Deloza and
over 60 caps for Deloza. Sunil hopeful. The side can produce something from this set piece, and Woolard is going to take it. Havermat is forward. Delacau, Kelly as well. And in it goes. Havermat got there first once more. Away by Kelly. And that's with a shot. And Earps with a save. And it's having a go, the substitute. And almost with a big moment for Belgium. But Mary Earps keeps England's lead.
yeah, great strike from Wenatz. And it looks like a comfortable save for Mary Earps, or at least she makes it look very comfortable. A good effort from Wenatz.
I'm sure goalkeepers will tell you it's where you put that save. So there's nobody there to follow up on it, just keeping it out. Such an important player for England. And again, to think she was third choice at the World Cup in 2019. Deloza. Well, to retain possession in the end. Lauren Hemp forced to defend. Ducani. And that's not going to get to that. Interesting to see if Vernants can get forward down that right-hand side for Belgium. De Troyer hasn't seen much of the ball in the game. Vernants wins that duel with Charles. Missipo. Better for Belgium here. Kaiman. And with just this one goal lead as De Troyer. Good pass. Kaiman. Ball comes back. Woolard has a swipe. England are able to get it away. Look at Millie Bright. Finding Toon. Brilliant work from the England captain. Russo on the turn. Toon is free to Russo's right. Goes to Kelly.
Yeah, Alessia Russo, their good play, but just didn't quite recognise the space that Ella Toon was running into on the right-hand side.
As we said a few times already, while it's 1-0, it's feel totally comfortable for England. Bright forcing that ball forward to Toon. Here's Bronze. He's very comfortable for the Netherlands at the moment. Lynette Lorenstein has made it 3-0 just after half-time against Scotland.
Belgium certainly look like they're more willing to engage and play a bit higher up about a half-time.
Here's Bronze. Walsh again. England preparing a couple of substitutes. But in the meantime, here's Hemp. And winning the corner.
Yeah, you look at this game, Seb, and you think the spaces in between the Belgian block are crying out for Fran Kirby to just find those spaces and create something magic.
Create something for Rachel Daly. It look like they're going to be the two to come on. A great pair of experienced players to bring on for England. Greenwood's corner, brilliant whip once more. Belgium do get that away. Stanway. Bronze. But those are again running away. That challenge from Stanway. We're going to see the first of the card, perhaps. No, doesn't look like it.
I think you'd call that a tactical foul.
Even Stanway's reaction to that. He was expecting a yellow card to come, but it didn't. It was Ducani. Werner. Give it the 1-2, and Charles can't get to Vernance here, whose touch was heavy. And Walsh covering well. And then Earps just got that pass away to Bronze. Delacau wasn't that far away from getting in the way of that one.
Very calm playing out there from Mary Epps. I think she was calmer than anyone else in the stadium then. But again, just shows how high up Belgium are willing to go. Good press there from Delacau.
Waiting to come on. Be one more attack here for England before that happens. There's Deloza. Probably look the most comfortable of the Belgian players out there. On the ball at least. Canny. Maver does well. Get them out of that corner. Vernance has had some raids down that right-hand side since coming on. To play it more comfortable in attacking. Van Helje, who was playing there in the first half. Here's Walsh to Russo. Interesting to see who England bring off here for Kirby and Daly. Kelly. Greenwood, one of those passes forward towards Russo. Now Stanway. Familiar pattern of this match so far. England in possession, looking for that pass to slide through. Kelly was blocked. Vernance again.
Great pass from Alex Greenwood. Eye of the needle ball. That's the kind of passes that she needs to continue to make in this first half, in the second half, excuse me.
That's inside to Misipo. You still believe in this game that they can get something from it, even though England have dominated. They know just one goal here. Change the complexion of this match. De Troyer. And Delacau, and here's Bronze. The longer the scoreline is, as it is, there'll be some tension in England's play. It's the issue that might create a chance for Belgium. It's all mites at the moment. The substitutes still wait. Greenwood. Looking for him. Loza in the way. Stanway. So much of the ball England have had tonight in this game.
Yeah, that's where England's efficiency needs to just be a bit more ruthless. Where there's chance creation, Can the game be out of sight at this point? Obviously, as long as it's 1-0, Belgium still hold on to that chance, getting back into the game.
I was looking to change that to Stanway. Maver across. They're growing in defensive confidence here, Belgium. Might change when they see these two come on. And a return for Frank Kirby, an arm round the shoulder from Rachel Daly for the Chelsea midfielder. And it's Russo to go off, which would suggest that it's Daly straight up front. And Ella Toon as well, to be replaced by Frank Kirby. Talking about first names on the team sheet, she was one of those injury problems that, of course, hampered her career, but a fine player when in full flight.
Oh, a fine player indeed. Certainly one of the best I've ever played with for Chelsea and England. But as you said, you know, plagued with injury. 65 caps. For how long Frank Kirby's been around, that actually doesn't sound like a lot. But she is a fine, fine player, and I think this game, she'll help this game because there is those spaces in between that the centre halves have found very well in terms of those balls in those half spaces. But it's great to see her back, Frank Kirby. 9 months out, it's a long time.
66th cap tonight. Well, Greenwood, Walsh and Kirby unmarked on the edge of the penalty area. Belgium, I'm not sure they've spotted that either. Kirby waiting, now Woolard has her eye on Kirby. Greenwood, a bit unsure here, Belgium, with their defensive positioning, and England almost finding bronze. Here's Walsh, Kirby. Hemp, plenty forward as the cross is sent in. Kirby laid it off beautifully to Kelly. Belgium able to get it away.
That's the part of Frank Kirby's game, certainly in England. She's so selfless. You know, can she shoot there? It's set up beautifully for her on the volley. Have a go, Fran.
Such a smart player. Made a run there that opened space for Hemp. And Hemp, the ball in towards Daly. Rachel Daly leading the line here for England now.
Yeah, great little movement there for Frank Kirby. Opens up the pocket for Lauren Hemp, and a great teasing ball. Actually think Rachel could have got in the box there.
Lawrence loses it to Charles. They've had an interesting tussle so far down that side. Charles, though, plays the pass straight to Woolard. England have to get the bodies back. Belgium, the bodies forward. Delacau. Can't quite hold that ball up for long enough, Delacau. She's limping back as England break.
That's the superior strength from Alex Greenwood. She's gone another level on that 1v1 side of her game. Just doesn't look phased anymore when she comes up against quick players, tricky players. Just so assured in her 1v1 defending.
A player who's useful for England, or more than useful, at centre-back and at left-back. Sarina Wiegman has spoken about competitiveness in terms of places. The likes of Laura Coombs missing out this time. T. Robinson.
Yeah, a bit surprised, Seb, to see Laura Coombs not make the squad this time round. Obviously, other players have been given a chance, but Coombsy did seem to be a trusted servant for Sarina Wiegman. But again, it speaks to the competitiveness of the squad.
Especially with the return of Kirby, of course. Oh, midway point of the second half, still a long time to play. That's Sienna Daniels there, the Liverpool player who's unfortunately had to miss out on several Belgium squads through injury. Willard Shepherd was pleading with the referee not for a booking there, but she didn't go to her pocket. Oof, the prettiest of challenges.
Not pretty at all.
Well, aren't you that? Here's Charles. Walsh. When it goes to Bronze. Inside, Kelly. The ball comes in looking for Daly. Everard pushes it away. Charles. Now Greenwood. And Greenwood clips it back in, and there again it was a huge leap from Bronze. Oh, and Stanway was fouled initially. Probably a bit fortunate because she had a lunge straight after that.
Yeah, good follow-up from Georgia Stanway. That's what you want from your attacking midfielder on the second phase after the cross. Be first to it, get on it. It could lead to a foul, could lead to a shot. Puts England in a very good position.
A double change here for Belgium. But they won't make it while they're defending this free kick. It's quite some way out for Greenwood here. She's still fancy having a go. She has had a look towards where Everard is. Greenwood shoot from this sort of range. She wants something to beat the goalkeeper from here, but she might just do that as Everard makes the save and had to.
Yeah, you knew Alex Greenwood was lining that up for a strike. And decent strike at that, but quite comfortable in the end for Everard.
Alex Greenwood, standout performance again for England. Delosa forward. Sliding in there was Delacau. Kirby couldn't quite get there. Greenwood. Good touch, and she was caught there, but not according to the referee. But Belgium can't take advantage. Greenwood is still down, and England will put the ball out of play. She's asking, surely that was a free kick, but no.
Surprised the referee didn't give a foul, but let's have a look. Yeah. Not sure.
Shanice, but
I think Wenarts was first to the ball there.
England are leading, but only just. The Netherlands easing away from Scotland at the moment. Bernstein with her second goal of the match. 4-0 now to the Netherlands. On their way to a big, big win. Topping this group. We'll top this group, whatever England do in this game. So they're head-to-head to now, but of course, it's only the third match. Netherlands to Scotland next week. You're all familiar with this format, the Nations League. Only the winner of the group will go through to the semi-finals. And for the Netherlands, England and Belgium, that would mean qualification for the Olympics. Not the case for Scotland if they were to win the group. Just the way it is for the home nations. Only England can qualify GB for those Olympic Games. Stanway. Greenwood. It goes to Hemp. And Hemp teases it in there. Everard got something on it. Enough in the end to enable Belgium to clear it away. Here's Bright. Bright keeps England on the front foot.
Another teasing ball from Lauren Hemp in that sort of inside position. We saw earlier on in the half, teasing ball, and yet again puts it in there for Rachel Daly to try and get on the end of it.
break to Kirby. It's it back to Hemp. Hemp back inside to Kirby. Sipo did well.
Good start for Fran Kirby, getting in the right positions. Just couldn't quite get it onto her left foot to create a shooting opportunity.
Already had some bright touches so far, Fran Kirby. Chloe Kelly to take this corner. Just need that second goal to make them feel comfortable here. Even though it's looked a relatively comfortable game so far. Kelly's corner. Belgium clear. Kirby. Back to Kelly. Can't get it past Detroyer. Greenwood and Detroyer. It's a rare occasion Greenwood's lost the ball. Woolard. England did well actually to quickly stop the danger. Though there will be a free kick here for Belgium. Before that, a couple of changes here, and Yana Daniels, who I mentioned before, the Liverpool player, is going to come on. And Yassina Blum, who did start the previous game for Belgium. And Detroit going off, not her night.
Yeah, a quiet night for Detroit. I think we've seen her a bit more impactful for Belgium in previous games. And maybe that's a signal of just the way Belgium have played this game. Sat deep, only had a few counter-attacking opportunities.
Didn't work out for England when they tried to break away there, hit the back of Kirby. Buchanan. Buchanan can't lose it there. And it's actually Daly who's been penalised in the end. Sir Niels, you can see though, he's urging his side forward here. So they only trail by one. Deloza. Will they take more risks here, Belgium, as we get closer? This is the sort of position they want it to be in, you would say, within striking range, and they certainly are.
I think Delusa there's got fortunate. She actually held on to the ball for a bit too long. Georgia Stanway pulls her back, creates the foul. England would have been on a counter-attack.
So Belgium here with a chance. Can they test Mary Earps? All clipped into that penalty area. Is too much on it in the end, and England read the danger to see it behind. But with a scoreline as it is, we'll keep saying it, the longer it goes on, and his demeanour has certainly changed on that touchline.
Yeah, certainly.
The temperature's dropping either.
Certainly Belgium are going to feel like they can create opportunities if they can, as long as it's 1-0.
The Netherlands beating Scotland by 4 goals to 0. They are topping the group. They will do unless Scotland pull off one of the great comebacks. So stands England in second place in the group, beyond 6 points. Bright, bronze. We'll see Jess Park in a second. And in the meantime, here goes Hemp. Strong run from Hemp. Might go herself. Saved by Evra. Back out to Bronze. Blum with her, and Bronze has come back off her in the end for a goal kick, but Everard there keeping out Lauren Hemp.
You see again, clever play from Lauren Hemp as a winger. Gets right across Daniels, cannot touch her. You see Daniels got her hands up. Once you get across the defender, they can't touch you in the box. Good contact from Lauren Hemp as a shot, but didn't quite get the direction to stop Everard saving it.
Kyman goes long towards Woolard. right away. Walsh has it straight to Woolart here, and Woolart onto Bloom. Daniels, Rosa, Recipo. In went Bronze, strongly to win it. And now Earps. They have to send this long here. Who's short to Charles. Seeing to work that well in the end. But Greenwood. The scoreline just affecting England's play here, perhaps.
I don't think that was very well played, calmly played out there. Because the option would have been to go long from Mary Earps. Calmly played it out through Alex Greenwood and Niamh Charles.
But Belgium do win it. Bloom. I wanted that to run out, but just didn't have the legs on it. There is Jess Park, who was unable to be part of England's World Cup standby list in the end due to injury. And the quality she has on the ball.
Although it's 1-0, Belgium have not looked as threatening this half as they did in the first half. Providing England continue to create chances and bring on players like Jess Park, they'll feel like they can see this game out.
Senil's very animated on that touchline for Belgium. Deloza shrugs off Hemp. Again, to be precise here, Belgium. Looking for a free kick, and it will be one. Foul from Daly on Daniels. And then there's going to be a flashpoint off the ball there, but referee Tovar just firing things down. Oh, Daly going in.
Yeah.
Close to being head-on-head.
Rachel Daly likes to put her head in dangerous places. That was a dangerous foul that's obviously led to this free kick.
Woolart sending quite a dangerous delivery from this sort of position. She's done just that. However Matt was waiting, was an important header from Bronze. Sent back in by Bernards, and Earps is right on her line. She does get the ball in the end.
It's good defending from England. Much clearer setup you see there. Obviously Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, both in that zone. Both attacking the ball. Taking out the threat from Belgium.
Porter's chanting Mary Earps' name. Kelly. Kelly, shot blocked. To Canny. Kelly again. Good pass into Kirby. Back to Kelly. Phil with the time remaining. One goal from England should win it in this sort of position. And they find it. Kirby. Hemp. All those red shirts behind the ball once more. Everyone bar Woolart. Walsh gets it wide to Hemp. Ball inside to Stanway. Stanway couldn't find Kirby.
Unlucky, not quite on the same wavelength there between Georgia Stanway and Fran Kirby. Fran Kirby's made a few runs in behind. Hasn't quite got the ball yet. She's in the right position.
Well, it's Chloe Kelly coming off. I think she knew she was coming off. It's the urgency for her to have one final moment, but wasn't quite to be for Kelly. As she goes off for her Manchester City teammate Jess Park, who was sent out on loan last season, but a player who Sarina Wiegman does like.
Yeah, good to see Jess Park come on. She's been so effective, both for England and for Everton. Certainly last season, can score goals, nippy winger, likes 1v1s. Can she have an impact on the last 10 minutes of this game?
Johanna Daniels here had an impact on Stanway.
Gosh. Aggressive.
Not a comfortable one for Stanway, but she's back to her feet. Stanway's okay. Greenwood gets that free kick forward and won by Bronze. This is the moment for Daly. Blocked by Ducani. And England corner.
Another great header from Lucy Bronze there. This has been a great aspect of England's game today. The diagonal balls and the first contacts from the fullbacks, whether it's Niamh Charles or Lucy Bronze, they've led to a lot of corner opportunities, set-piece opportunities for England.
Here's another one. Greenwood. Puts it in. Up goes Bright. And it's good defensive work once more. It's going to be another corner.
Melee of players they see. Millie Bright used trying to barge her way through again.
Headed from Recibo in the end. Greenwood, the corner. He's it in again. It's going to be a free kick to Belgium. A shove there, led in from Hemp. Either way, Belgium are going to make another change as they chase an equaliser here. In this sort of situation, is it going to be a tense finish for England? Yassins is going to come on. Again.
Brilliant pressure from Rachel Daly. You see the fans love it as well. Gets a big cheer.
As does that one from Hemp.
Followed up by Lauren Hemp and Jess Park. That's the infectious impact it has. Rachel Daly's press from the front.
Gio Janssens is going to come on for Misipo. That's certainly an attacking change for me, Sir Niels. You'll feel the side have to go for it in this sort of position now because just need that one chance. It would really change the complexion of this group. That's why Sarina Wiegman not sitting totally comfortably, even though England have looked so comfortable in this game. But we've said it for most of the game. Look like England were going to blow Belgium away. And able to do that on the score sheet.
Yeah, it's around about this time Netherlands scored the winner in the last game, so England will make sure not to be complacent, see the game out.
Belgium scoring their winner against the Netherlands in added time. Did that go out of play for Bronze? Belgium think so, but just about kept it in. Here's Walsh. It into Stanway. Stanway will look for Park. First chance for Park. What she can do is going to be a corner. And a pace there from Jess Park.
Yeah, this is the run-in behind that you need for your winger. Pace of Jess Park. Just wonder there whether she could have gone a little bit further and got into the box.
Technical player for England here. Find that moment to seal the 3 points. Greenwood, another corner from her. It is wide in the end from him. I mean, they've got on the end of so many for the corners tonight, England.
I have to say, Seb, I can't remember the last time England looked so threatening from set pieces. losing count of how many corners there's been, and pretty much every single corner there's been a first contact, a second contact. Looks really strong from attacking set pieces.
Certainly in double figures, England, for corners. Now Greenwood. Woolard's got in behind her. Woolard trying to reverse that pass inside. Charles plays it straight to Bernat. Woolard. Sit back, the Belgian captain. And away was Kirby. Deneva. Deloza. Deneva will set this in first time. Decani has gone up front and had a free run at the header. It's difficult to score from there, but they've sent her forward as well, Decani.
Yeah, not threatening enough, unfortunately, for Decani and for Belgium.
Confirmation of 12 corners tonight for England. That's what you were saying. 19 attempts on goal. Only 70% possession, but just the one goal. Right, that will be enough. There's no more scored in this game. We're in the 90th minute. Stanway gets it back. Looking for Kirby perhaps, and Hemp is in there as well. Charles urged to shoot. She can shoot from distance. Niamh Charles. Hemp.
I think the cut back was on to Frank Kirby in that position.
4 more minutes to play. Is England look for a second? Stanway pulls it back, breaks the park. Still goes on. Brilliant work in the end. Close control in the end, but it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, that leads from the cut back, and great little feet from Jess Park. Good balance. Ooh, great little feet there. It just runs out of space.
If she created a chance there, that would have been quite the assist. Just a little glimpse of what she can do. Jess Park, and see why Serena wants her involved in the squad. A player who, of course, has been able to play a lot for Manchester City.
And again, another player that we've seen can play infield as well in those 10 positions. So it's just great to see the versatility of some of these players coming through, attacking players in particular, be utilised in different ways for the team.
Hey, how would you sum up this England performance? We are deep. We're just into added time here, so it's relatively safe to talk about it.
Yeah, I think obviously England started very bright and have been controlled throughout the game. Limited Belgium to a few chances in the first half. It's been an assured performance. Obviously lots of attempts on goal and only one goal, but I think it was about just getting the result today, coming off the back of a loss and keeping their hopes alive of topping this Nations League group.
That's what matters ultimately. Evran. Will Belgium create that one chance? They need to find an equaliser. Here's Daniels. To Park. Haverman. Daniels again. Hyman. Goes long. And through to Earps, who will wait and wait and wait. Waste a few more seconds. We've played nearly 2.5 minutes of the 4 minutes. Not long for England to see out here. Not that they've been sort of seeing this scoreline out. He'll have pride in the fact that his side stayed in touch, because he's really under some heavy defeats in England.
Well, it's certainly progress for Belgium, given the last time they played against England, it was 5-1, 6-1.
6-1.
So it's progression, certainly good results so far for Belgium in the group against Netherlands and Scotland. And despite this potentially looking like a defeat, it's better than 6-1.
Yes, yes. And Hemp with that goal. Of course, the head-to-heads could prove ultimately the most important thing, and they will be the key separation tool. It's Daly. Park is forward, likewise Stanway. England not committing everybody forward because of the situation. Sensible. Likewise Serena Wiegman will be urging them to get bodies forward now. The time left on the clock. Serena Wiegman frustrated there because you just need to keep the ball for about 30 more seconds to make sure. Don't want to be stung again late on. There will be a throw-in. Two here. To get this forward quickly. Daniels did just that, but Mary Earps will take her time with this one, and that should be that for England. Full-time Netherlands 4, Scotland 0. That's confirmed results. England bounce back with a win. A narrow one, but ultimately the 3 points are what are important. And they've achieved that by beating Belgium, the previous group leaders. It was Lauren Hemp with a follow-up from Millie Bright's header that did the business in the end. Plenty of possession for England, plenty of chances for England. And in the end, a narrow victory, but a victory all the same. Final score from the King Power. England 1, Belgium 0.
The Rugby World Cup final is tomorrow. Two giants of the Southern Hemisphere go head-to-head. It's New Zealand that take on South Africa for the ultimate prize in Paris. All the build-up on ITV and STV from 7 o'clock. And we also have Women's International Rugby early tomorrow morning. New Zealand against Wales bright and early at 3:45 on ITVX. Well, what a night it was for the Lionesses. The crowd are still cheering, and that was the key moment that delivered England all 3 points to the delight of the manager, the players and the fans here in Leicester. It was Lauren Hemp with the goal that separated both of the sides. So what a night, what a performance, and I'm delighted that we have the England manager with us, Serena Wiegman. So first of all, Serena, how do you reflect on the Lionesses' performance tonight?
Yeah, I think we're very happy with the win, especially after the last game we lost. I think we played with lots of energy. We really wanted to dominate the game, and I think that's what we did. We hope to score a little more goals than we did tonight, because then it becomes a little easier, because you could see in the counter-attack sometimes they were very dangerous. And if we score the second one, we make it ourselves a little bit easier. But overall, I'm very happy with our performance.
It was really nice to see Niamh Charles in the starting 11. Does that mean we might see you use more of the squad in the coming games?
Well, that just depends now. Let's see how it comes out of this game. But we play to win, and these are the games that are really tight. So we're not going to sub because we want to sub. We're going to start with the team we think we're going to win with, and we sub if we think we need more energy or we need something different.
Was you happy with the way that with the five at the back, it was very hard. They didn't kind of break their shape. Was you happy with the pace in which we were trying to pass and get through them?
Yeah, I think we started the game really well with a lot of pace, and we became dangerous straight away. Then it dropped a little bit, and they first in the beginning they didn't step in with the centre backs. Later on in the first half they did, and then we needed more runs behind. That's exactly what we did after the break. But then our tempo dropped a little bit, and then you see they become a little dangerous, and then we picked it up again. So. Yeah, it's just a lot easier when we score.
When we score more, we need to score more.
Yeah, but how we are on the pitch, how we want to play, how the ball went, I was pleased with that.
Okay. Serena, I haven't asked you a question after the World Cup. Is there anything that, on reflection, that you really want to implement now to this team moving forward to the next competition, or anything that's really stood out that's a key thing that you need to improve on?
Yeah, well, what we said. Most fun, I think that's what we did a lot better today. We had games that we lose the ball at moments we shouldn't lose or we don't expect, and then the opponent becomes really dangerous. So we really said, be secure on the ball. Yeah. And of course we want to go forward, and the higher on the pitch you're going to take more risks. That's what we want to do. And also, like, the game is improving. So what you see now, Belgium too, they're really tight. They're very tight spaces. And then we are very high on the pitch, so you know you play with a lot of space behind you. So then you have to be tight on the ball. The decision making needs to do right. So if you go too fast and we're not ready for the cross or the pass in between, we lose it, and then they...
Some more control to stop the counter-attacks.
Yeah, Well, I'm not taking out the pace of the game.
But this is the thing.
That's a long answer, isn't it?
It's a good one.
When you are trying to pass, when you're trying to pass at a quicker pace, that's the thing. That's the jeopardy of it. Is that you know, when you're trying to go quicker, you may give it away.
Well,
and
yeah.
against a Belgium, who, well, I thought they were pretty dangerous on the break, but we dealt with that. But that is what comes with trying to pass quicker and trying to make those decisions quicker.
Yeah, and we encourage the players. You know, football is a game of mistakes. So of course we're going to make mistakes. So we have to keep trying.
Yep.
But we always know we can do a little better because we want to improve too.
How good was it to see Fran Kirby back on the pitch?
Yeah, of course, I was very happy to see her back. Anyway, also with club, she did well today. Yeah, she came in and she did well.
Yeah.
I think Ella played well too.
Yeah.
But just a different player gives a little different situations, and that's hard for Belgium too.
Certainly was. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We always appreciate your time. Best of luck in Belgium as well next week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Serena.
See you soon.
You're the best.
Thank you very much. It's always lovely to get the thoughts of Serena Wiegman. She's such a pro. Obviously a favourite amongst the fans. You can hear the crowd are still here just for her. And she's just great.
And she smelled amazing. I really need to know what she was wearing.
He always has such a big smile on his face.
Honestly, I just love I love her honesty. I love her directness. You know what I mean? She never comes out and tries to dress anything up. You know, she's right with what she says. You know, they came out a little bit further out, as Annie was saying. You know, they didn't stay so far back and let Millie and Alex come out with the ball, and you know, it caused us a bit of a problem. And when we're trying to pass quicker, we made some mistakes in that instant, and those are the kind of things we have to brush up on.
And what improvements did you see within the side, from the side that went out against the Netherlands? Did you see a difference?
Yeah, I saw the passing, but the reason why I asked her was I think we were passing a lot through the central corridor all the time, middle. And that was something I saw a difference. I was curious to see if that was something she learned from the World Cup. Maybe we penetrate more through the middle, a lot more than we did in the World Cup. But yeah, there was definitely a positive, and ultimately we got the result. We needed the win today.
And also the reason I asked her about whether we might see her dip into the squad a bit more like she did with Niamh Charles is because that's what you want to see as well, right?
But we all want to see it, simply because, you know, there's players who are playing very well, consistently playing well, and you just want to see them rewarded for that. But like with international managers, listen, we all say we want to see changes but they're trying to get a formation and a set of players to play well and to win a tournament. So, you know what I mean? Of course we want to see change, but at the same time, she wants to try and get something solid so she can, you know, win a tournament.
I think that's the consistency is the right point.
Righty's fan club are over there as well. I mean, they're everywhere, really, aren't they?
No, but I was saying that the only reason why I think we've been saying maybe change it up a little bit was look what happened in the World Cup. If certain players are not available, you don't want to put a young player in that hasn't had a couple of caps, a bit of experience. So every now and again, I think it is important for her to mix it up.
Yeah, just
not
to
because
see
they're
them.
not playing bad,
No.
just to give us a variance.
Yes.
Well, it's not an easy job, is it, being a manager?
No.
That's
Really
why
not.
to be a manager you have to be great, and that is Serena Wiegman. Well, speaking of that change that she made today, or one of the changes, we mentioned Niamh Charles, and here she is speaking to Katie Shanahan.
Niamh, what a night for you. First start in a year. How much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think always nice to get the win and play in front of a home crowd. So yeah, it was a really good night.
Would you say that's one of your best nights in an England shirt?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it and I feel quite at home there. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing and thankfully we got the win. So yeah.
What did you enjoy about playing in that left back position for England?
I think in a game like this, it's really nice to get forward as well, making sure that obviously I'm doing my defensive roles as well, but it's really nice that I can get forward and sort of combine with the wingers and sort of the 10 in that pocket as well. So that's what I enjoyed.
Did you also feel as though you had a point to prove?
I mean, we've got such competition in our team, so I think we're pushing every day, pushing each other. So yeah, when I play, I want to do my best for my country, but equally, I'm just as supportive as whoever plays.
What has Serena said that she wants from you in that left back role?
I think consistency going forward and defending, and I think being solid defensively first and foremost. That's what you sort of build wins off, as a clean sheet tonight, and sort of contribute to the attack when I can, and sort of really trying to dominate and create those partnerships with the left-hand side.
And an important win tonight. How big was that for you and the team, just to lift you ahead of facing Belgium next week, but also keeping up with Netherlands, who are top of the group?
Yeah, massive. Those 3 points were what we came for, and that was the biggest thing about tonight. And I think we started well. Maybe in the second half we let them back into it as well. But yeah, to be able to hold on at the end and sort of manage the game out was really good.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there was mention there, of course, of the game against Belgium in just a few days' time. Do you think she did enough to make the team again? I know it's a hard one because you can never predict what Sarina Wiegman's going to do.
No, but like I think that she, to have another look at her, we know what Rachel Daly can do there. Obviously, Rachel Daly gets in the box from that situation. I thought Neve done very, very well today, Neve Charles. I thought she got forward, she done well. You know what I mean? She's done what she needed to do. I think another game wouldn't be like a miss for her. I think she done very well tonight. She's done good.
Okay, well, on that note, we are going to take a quick break, after which we will bring you more reaction here from the King Power Stadium on a night to remember for the England Lionesses and Sarina Wiegman as they registered a 1-0 victory to go second in the table. We're back in just a moment. So it was a win tonight for the Lionesses, and here is how the table looks. So they climb up to second. They're level on points with the Netherlands on 6 points. The Netherlands with a convincing win over Scotland. They beat them 4-0, so they top the group on goal difference. And Belgium and Scotland are in third and fourth, respectively. And speaking of Belgium, of course, the Lionesses are back in action on Tuesday for the return of this fixture. That's at 6:45 on ITV4, and ITVX will be there to cover it all for you. Now, the Lionesses captain shone bright tonight, so let's hear what she has to say. She's with Katie Shanahan.
Millie, a really important win tonight. How much did you and the group need that?
Yeah, listen, we go out every single game to win every single game, but ultimately perform as well. I think first and foremost getting the clean sheet, and I think we were really good defensively, front to back. I think we were much more like the England that we know, aggressive, and like we know Belgium are a very dangerous team on the counter attack. So we had to be switched on, and yeah, I think although it was only 1-0, don't think the scoreline reflected the game. We had so many chances, but now it's the next step of being more ruthless in that end.
Sarina has just told us the same, that she feels as though you should have scored more goals. Do you feel as though you need to be more clinical in the final third?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think if you look back on that game, we had so many chances, and for it to only be 1-0, that's something now for us to go away and work on. And like I said, 1-0 leaves the team in it, and we really needed that clean sheet and 3 points. So, but really, really happy with the performance. I think a really good reaction off the back of a few performances that we've probably not been happy with and our standards. So yeah, to get back to feeling like us, and for me it was the aggressiveness, the willingness to get about the pitch, and I think we connected really well on the ball. But it's just that next step now of getting the ball in the back of the net more.
Well, she certainly has a lot to be happy about tonight. And when you look at her performance, she had an impact, didn't she, Righty?
Yeah, she did, and she always does. She's one of our best players. When Lucy, I was going to say, when Lucy and Millie Bright's not playing, you definitely know, because she brings so much, not just unbelievable defending and attacking in both boxes, but diagonal passes, her passing from the back, progressing the ball, leadership, everything what she brings, we need in this team. And very honest in her assessment there, we do need to be a little bit more ruthless and put the ball in the back of the net, so as we can play like we heard our manager Sarina say there, we could play a little bit more with more confidence and more, going forward and doing the stuff that we know we can do.
Talking of players having an impact and confidence, how much of an impact did Fran Kirby have when she stepped onto the pitch?
Straight away, her first touch, second touch was I think we both went class quality. It's just the awareness coming out here. I think this was the first touch. It was just, cushion, the weighted pass. It was easy then for Kira Walsh, give it her back. It's the simple things that sometimes in areas where it's tight and it's difficult, this just composed, setting on, I'm giving someone else a better pass. That running behind there, okay, didn't work. What's my next one? Get my body in. Nicer pass appreciation there. Then we keep the attack going, get it again, good in areas. She'll get sharper and sharper, but it's a game intelligence for me. Again, look, give it to somebody else who's in a better position, but that smile. Oh, I didn't know it was to me. I didn't know that was to, but that smile,
that Karen Cardi,
is the most important thing for that human, that she smiles and she enjoys her football. And there's one for you, Righty.
And I love that she, where was my hug? I'm really sad about that.
You was busy.
I'm only joking. No, that was brilliant. And actually, the crowd just lifted when she came on. The fans want to see her back, right?
What was beautiful about that and those touches there, and as people might say, those simple touches, but it's the composure and the calmness in that area of the field is something that I think we miss sometimes. And I think, unfortunately for Ella, she got taken off today. And you just want, we know what Ella's capable of doing, and I think that she's somebody that probably needs a rest, get herself going again. But when you see Fran in that area of the pitch and the calmness, and that is what we need when we get that kind of low block. Somebody not going to panic in those areas and pass those passes that are going to really hurt teams.
So, job done for the Lionesses. Let's take a look at the other two teams that were in action in the group, and that was the Netherlands and Scotland. And as I mentioned earlier, the Netherlands ended up beating Scotland rather convincingly, Karen. How well did they perform tonight?
It looked like a clinical performance, to be honest. Van der Donk there doing what she does best, and again, wide areas seem to be a problem here for Scotland, but looked like a ruthless game. Look, tidy finish there.
Poor defending there from Scotland and rightly punished. It's good to see Berenstein scoring. She does miss very frequently.
This is the one you were pleased about, right?
Well, this was nice. You know what I mean? But like, you know, you look at that, you think the goalkeeper's positioning maybe, but like she took it very well. And the same with this one. She's at the back post. She just peels off very, very well. Heads across the keeper. Nice goal.
This bit made you happy, right? I think
very happy.
There we go.
Very happy seeing Viv. You know, seeing her come on. For Arsenal and seeing her come on for her country, it's very good to see. It's just the same as Frank Kirby. You know, you need those quality players playing.
Yeah, and of course, let's not forget that the team that tops the group are the ones that go on to qualify for the Olympics. This is the only pathway. So currently the Netherlands occupied that spot. So that was brilliant for them that they won tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They know, everyone knows what's at stake now, so it was a vital result for them. And yeah, clinical performance, like I said.
Well, sticking with the theme of international football, we want to draw your attention to the Jamaican women's national team. Now, they've been in action over the course of the week. They actually lost out to Panama on Wednesday, and they're due to play on Sunday against Guatemala at home. And the reason we're bringing your attention to these fixtures is because not a single player that featured in the Women's World Cup has played for the Jamaican national team, and there's a reason for that. Now, you might have seen on social media Khadija Bunny Shaw, who's the Manchester City striker. She's also a player for Jamaica. She announced on social media that the 2023 World Cup team would not be participating in any October international games, and that's because they feel it's necessary as they want to end the constant mistreatment that they've received by the Jamaican Football Federation. And by that, I'm talking about the head coach was announced 3 days prior to their report date. They found that out on social media. There's no communication between the federation and the players. They've not been paid the money that they've been promised. And that was updated just today. And it's only the fact that they've protested and boycotted that's actually happened. And now they have been paid. But I just wonder, after they had such a good run at the World Cup, and even if they hadn't, why are we still talking about this?
Because these people need to be shamed. And I'm quite pleased that Khadija Shaw done her, so Bunny Shaw put it out there. She put it out there in the World Cup. She put it out there now, and these people have to be shamed into paying these women their money what they've earned, money what they brought, you know, so much pride to their country, and still having to literally beg for their monies. It's disgusting. You just hope that the governance of the Jamaican Football Federation can improve as well, because it's just like it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for Jamaica, embarrassed for them.
Karen?
Striking works.
It
worked in this instant.
Yeah, just embarrassing shambles, but hey.
Yeah. Well, what more can we say?
Exactly.
But I'm glad they got the payment,
Absolutely.
but it's sad they have to fight for this. Well, tonight we have our weekly roundup of the NFL. You can join Craig Doyle and the team from 11:25 on ITV. As for tomorrow, it's a bumper day of sport. You've got the European Championship, darts, that continues at 12 o'clock on ITV4. Then the ITV racing team are in Cheltenham tomorrow, featuring races from Doncaster and Kelso. And then it's the perfect way to end your day with the Rugby World Cup final between New Zealand and South Africa. So it's job done for the Lionesses, who looked lively in Leicester. But next up, it's Leuven. We'll see you there. Good night.